Good, yeah, it's not me, bro.
Hello, hello, hello. Really pray more people are having an amazing, blessed, almost a Monday, Friday morning, Friday evening. It's currently, it's actually 6 p.m. here in South Africa. It's 12 p.m. in New York, right? Lunchtime macro. We're about to head into NQ here. We are looking at NAS 100 today, not the usual suspect of NQ. Damn, we're making all-time highs. Riggs, I know you in the background, looming. How are you, my good sir? Long
What's
time
up?
no
What's
chat.
up? I know, right? Been a hot minute.
It's been just 2 days, Riggs. It's just been 2 freaking days. I hope you're well. I really pray you've had an amazing, blessed week. How's your week been, man? How's the markets been treating you? We're making all-time highs upon all-time highs, Riggs. It's fucking ridiculous, man.
Uh, it's been lovely actually because every single instance of setup is very algorithmic and very time-based. So I've been enjoying the heck out of it, especially because it's all-time high price discovery. You know the manipulation is less likely to occur at these levels just because it's a price that has never been reached before. So yeah, I've been enjoying the heck out of it.
I'm talking my language, man. We got two lovely people in the background watching. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Spirit Love Not War. Nice to see you as always, Johnny. You get what I'm saying? Like, you guys, when you're on time, bro, I don't know. It makes me feel some type of way. I'm at the gym. If you do hear noises in the background, forgive me, bro. Like, mute me if you have to. But we are looking at NQ. So first things first, we're at all-time highs. This undiscovered price action. So in my opinion, only I'm not sure what's going to happen. I am looking for it to continue, obviously running higher, but we'll dive into the lower time frames, into the hours, just the usual case study, the usual suspects, the usual times, and we'll see if we can find any inefficiency that either leads us to any hand or scalp. We'll be tape reading per usual. No financial advice, no executions will be taken in any shape, way, or form until further notice, of course. But having a look at what we currently have, I will just mark the current 12 o'clock candlestick which opened. Where are we? We're not late today. We're on time, Riggs. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling these people, like in trading, the first order of business is to show up, man. And my people don't show up. My students don't show up. They show up late. They make excuses. You know what I'm saying? They give time to their bosses and not themselves, and it's kind of ridiculous, Riggs, bro. It's ridiculous, man. What are your thoughts on showing up on time? Hey, you time. I don't even want to ask you this, Riggs. Nah. Bad question, bro. This guy's on a tight schedule, bro. Like the level of anxiety I get when I'm late to Riggs's meeting is ridiculous. Like I'm here on time today. I'm meeting Riggs here, so I had to be on time. Please tell them, Riggs, speak to the people.
Yes, let's hope you keep this up.
Seriously. Fair enough, man. What are you when you're looking at current price? Eh?
Right now we're in lunch, so lunchtime consolidation before the continued expansion higher. We did, like I said, right? Like because we're at price discovery, I'm still very reluctant to go anti-trend and find a short setup because to me all shorts will be retracements. But since we're in lunchtime, this is kind of like 50-50 game. And so I'm more so just studying how we are moving. One thing to note is that we did take out that buy side that you just marked earlier, and there's actually an SMT forming right there between ES and NQ at those highs. The SMT right there. So it's very nice to notice if we get a nice change of state delivery for a small 20 candle scalp that you're looking for, this is where we would be looking.
Oh, you talking my language works now. So, well, first of all, I'm not in anything. Like I haven't seen anything worth engaging in just of yet. So my eye first jumps to this is the last bearish inefficiency within this current range we're looking at from 11 to 12 o'clock. So I'm looking to see this price use this dealing range to either take out the low or continue to go to all-time highs. We've swept relative equal highs. We have one, we have two babies here. This is kind of what I'm looking at. Might not draw there, could be too far stretched, I'm not sure, but my eyes are sensitive. They're just keeping an eye on that one as price begins to maybe trade below this low into that inefficiency. But we're at all-time highs, so it's just best to continue to watch. Don't do anything, nothing worth engaging in yet. We're still waiting for the first inefficiency post what? 12 o'clock. It hasn't formed yet. I haven't seen if there's a small one. I don't wanna hear that. Not interested. I want to see a large one, and I want to see how price reacts to this last bearish inefficiency. And what you can do is when you're looking at price as well, always look at when you look at the last bearish inefficiency. Um, you can look at it within every given hour. Like for example, the last bearish inefficiency within the 10 to 11 o'clock hour is this baby right here. So like if I'm looking for any lower prices and price begins to trade lower in any shape or form, I'm looking for it to trade here. If I'm too afraid to go short in any moment in time, I'll keep my eye on this inefficiency targeting these relative equal lows for a potential scalp. That's literally what I'll do. I'll look at the range from here to there. Does it offer me 20 handles? 100% 50. So anytime we go below here, fast, slow, don't matter. I'm looking for it to come back, touch this play inversion, and then roll lower. And I'll keep these on my charts. Let's say I'm just too afraid to engage. And these are also principles I think you need to have as an executor. It's not always about executing at the highs or executing at the lows. I think that's one of the major things we get wrong, especially when it comes to tape reading and engaging the price. So we are looking at that principle, just heading into this current session. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to add too many moving parts. Apologies, I just want to turn this blue because it's bullish. Even though it's the last bearish, but for me, if it's on my side liquidity, like it's just it makes my brain think better. When we below it, it's red. When we're above it, it's blue. So like color coordination, man. You all don't know these things. These are like what do they call this? When you're trading and journaling, how your brain remembers information. It's always unique to the observer. You can choose anything. You can choose orange, purple, pink. Doesn't really matter. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the gist of it, man. That's all I can currently see. Let's not even pass out liquidity, man. That's all. Turn.
As you were talking about, we're slowly grinding and making our way down to that sell side that you're talking about, and which is what that 20 handle move is.
Oh, that's cool.
The one other thing that I want to touch on is that first inefficiency that you marked, that bearish one, is very salient to me, mostly because the 1150 is the start of the macro, right? The 50 start of macro starts displacing lower, creates that inefficiency. So that 1150 inefficiency is now very salient. And how we traded into it, notice that we're leaving a breakaway gap. So that to me is telling me that, oh, we're gonna go and take out that sell side at 1150 swing low as well. And we're starting to get there.
I love it, Rix, man. I love it. Nothing to engage with just over here. I have nothing. Just open and price trades lower. No inefficiency. We do have a small one, yeah. I told you, bro. If it's too small, I want to hate, bro. It's 2026. We like things big. So we don't play that game. So we're looking for any form of displacement. Not really engaging in anything. We can. I'm also watching the small inefficiency there, but I don't want too many moving parts on my chart. I don't like that. It's, I don't love having too many things moving because that can kind of distort the current narrative you have, and you can kind of get lost in your own analysis. Have you ever experienced that where you come into the chart and you know exactly what you're looking for when you're looking for it, but then you get lost in now that we're here, you want to see a retracement, or when you see a fast displacement to the upside, you end up changing your thesis, or you end up focusing on models that you were not supposed to focus on at any given moment in time. Does that ever happen to you?
Sorry, I just like literally just said that we're running to that sell side and we just tacked it.
It's just another day in the office, Riggs. But we're also looking for anything that can lead us. If we do break that law, I'd love to see if we can dig into this baby. I don't know. It's a bit shady. The market is wonky. It's freaking all-time high, so you can expect anything. Jesus could fall from the sky, but we do have people in the live chats. You guys, bro, you age people. One a day, I'ma marry one of y'all. I don't know, bro. Like I ain't gay, but if one of y'all are willing to, like we locked in like that. You know what I'm saying? You come in on time. You are analyzing. You are getting in tune with the financial market and the model I'm using, and you're not necessarily forcing it. You're not coming here for anything other than, oh, hold up, the market is moving now. We're forming something, a bit of something we can work with. We do have the first inefficiency post 12. We are looking to see if we're going to trade into this for shorts. 20 handles, if it gives us. If it doesn't, it's cool, man. Like, we ain't interested because we're so close to a swing low, right? It could just sweep this and then continue to grind higher back to all-time highs. So we are watching for potential shorts right here where we're raising potentially take out this low into this inefficiency. If we don't, then all-time highs is your target. This is the perfect place to long anytime. You know what I'm saying? First inefficiency post 1200 a.m. a p.m. Don't shoot me, man. I'm trying. Don't shoot me. I know people want to shoot me for misspelling inefficiency, and I swear I do that every time. Forgive me. So we are watching how price reacts within this inefficiency. If we see any turnover where price begins to trade into it and potentially roll lower. You don't want to see trade above the 12 a.m. high. If we do that, that's signs of manipulation. That's signs of a potential consolidation, and all-time highs is your target. But anyway, so we are looking to see price engaging within here. We do see any form of bearish price action.
I like that inefficiency time. The one that you just marked.
That's the best one, Rex. It's the first one that presented within 12 o'clock. So what we basically doing here is we've watched
Wait,
the last. Hold
hold on.
Let's hear. What you cooking? Listen.
So, like the 12 p.m., right? Your first inefficiency is technically that breakaway gap at 12:01, right? That would be the first one. And then the ones that you marked is like a series of inefficiencies that was generated on that, the push down. So, like that's where I'm kind of a little bit saying I don't like it, because that whole series is like telling you these are breakaway gaps, and to get traded back to, it's very unlikely that they're gonna be holding.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one you're marking. Perfect. Beauty.
Damn, Rex, I'm in Africa. Don't forget, we lagging you, bro. So if you're hearing things 6 hours, 6 decades later, it's because we we're lagging. So please forgive us. But CEO of that week, I'm not looking at that, man. So that's not the model we're studying. That's what I keep saying with you guys. You're getting lost in the source, man. So you're getting lost in the inefficiencies. You're getting lost in this. You're getting lost in that. We're studying is the last inefficiencies of every hour. We're studying the last inefficiency between 11 and 12 o'clock. We trade into it heading into 12 o'clock, and we run lower, presenting the first inefficiency post 12. We have relative equal lows here. We have relative equal lows there. Blah blah blah. We just made all-time highs, and we have the last inefficiency within the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, which is sitting right relative to these equal lows. So that's the model. Is not We're not looking for no entry models. We're looking for a philosophy, way of thinking, a conceptual idea that forms at every 12 o'clock. When the 12 o'clock candlesticks hit, you already know what you're looking for, when you're looking for it, why, and everything else just aligns relative to that first inefficiency. And if the first inefficiency, when it presents itself, it doesn't perform the functions you kind of expect, that you want to see, the spooling, the run lower, or Jesus Christ knows what you want. But whatever it is, it kind of, I just remembered something. Hold up. Like it's International Pilates Day tomorrow, right? Here in South Africa. So my gym Pilates teacher, she's like, Alfred, I want you to pull up, and I want you in the first row, because like you really do what you have to do. Like when you're stretching, like you're stretching 100 million%. No, of course, man. I'm trying to stretch when I'm 50. So like I'm going to be in the front row. We're going to have like a camera person taking videos and all that stuff. And they want me to like basically be a face, man. I'm like, man, my Pilates teacher, shout out to her, bro. Like I've been 7 weeks deep in Pilates, 7 weeks deep into yoga, and I'm really stretching. I'm really trying to take care of my body, my health. It's not only about trading, executing. It's also about getting fit with yourself, getting in tune. I'm out here eating smoothies and stuff. When I'm finished here, I'm gonna grab me a smoothie. I got my bottle of water. I haven't drank any cold drinks, energy drinks in any shape or form. Alcohol, I haven't touched it in God knows when. So like, I'm really proud of myself. I'm taking baby steps, and I can't wait for International Pilates Day tomorrow. Like, it's going to be a freaking field trip, eh? But anyways, aside from that, we are still looking at price. We are still within the first inefficiency. We currently entered the next 15 minutes. So now what you want to see is spooling in one direction. Of course, preferably you want to see lower, but we are still continuing to see how price begins to react within the first inefficiency. Just marking here. If we do see trade above this, then basically trade setup is null and void anyway into this inefficiency. Basically, like, might as well chill. But That's basically the gist of the execution, the gist of the study, the model. If you are looking for higher prices, this is all-time high. Just buy till you can't buy no more. But be really careful of fast runs. It's lunchtime. Traders are chilling. If it was the lunchtime now and I was manipulating the market and now I take it higher, where will traders have their stop loss? They'll have a majority of them will have them at equal high, at obviously all-time highs, and then these two babies here. That's my major focus. So even if we do back the all-time highs again and again, it don't matter. I'll continue studying it every hour, and I'm studying the same conceptual idea, the last inefficiency of the previous hour. And are we within an hour in which we displace lower or higher? Meaning, is it a silver bullet time? Is it a time in which you're expecting something to occur? And usually in lunchtime, you get a lunchtime run on those, which would be beautiful if we can. If not, then we're just going to continue to see higher prices heading into the close, and that's something I'm not really interested in. Eh? So what I love
You
to
know
see,
what I mean?
yeah,
I was like literally saying that the first inefficiency that you marked is a series of breakaway gaps, and that's why I personally did not like it.
yeah, no, man, no, in my opinion, it's the best one I could find there, bro. Anything else is just I can't even. It's too small for me to focus
We
on.
can't. Wait, but what about the? Oh, is it because we're on your NAS 100? Wait a minute. Why does your candles look so weird compared to mine?
These candlesticks are straight from Africa, bro. Tell them,
Okay.
don't
Wait, you marked out the 12 o'clock candle, right?
Yes, 12 p.m.
PM. Okay, so so you're disregarding the 1201?
No, I don't watch that. It's too small for me. I don't really see that.
Wait, but then what's the? Oh, I see. Because you're just okay. Never mind. I got you.
So in terms of entry, if I was to enter short at any moment in time, it'll be at 12:12. So in my heart, I am in a short here. So if it retraces anyway, I don't really care. I'm using the first inefficiency. We have relatively equal lows here. I love seeing that. Like I genuinely do. We just entered the 15 minute. We traded higher for 3 minutes potentially. I am watching to see if we hit 12:20, 12:21. Do we see any temp for these babies down here? That's kind of what I'm watching. Anything going up is manipulation for me. If we take out all time, I'm wrong. Like I'm dead ass wrong. So I'm gonna go lie and say like I'm trying to look for longs or anything. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. If we do manipulate higher, that's cool. We're at all time highs. Don't be afraid to get it wrong. We're at uncharted territory. We're at prices in which you've never seen before. Neither have I. And I keep telling people when we trading executions and models and price action, it don't matter, bro. Like what price it is. So if you're always looking at price levels, you're looking at price patterns, you're never going to really get the gist of what the market is trying to do. But 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock will always be 12 or 1 o'clock, freaking 10 years from now. The time never changes. It's a constant variable. And what the hell, Hody, this guy, I went to gym, sorry, see someone passing here. I went to gym with him at a different gym, David. Now he's in this gym, so I'm like, what the hell is going on, bro? Anyways, and why is he here? Weird. But literally, we're looking at the same times at every given moment in time. It doesn't matter, it doesn't change, the variable is
Dude,
constant. So we have,
dude, what the hell? Like, I'm gonna say something. I can't. I need to really say that because this is not making sense. You know, you're using the US 100 from I think Pepperstone, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, and I'm using the US 100 from what is this one? Capital.com. The 12:15 candle on your chart did not take out sell side, but on my chart it did. So that is messed up.
It's all good. It's all
If,
going to
if
change. Like I don't. Those are like I don't mind the finer details. In my opinion, like just, if the difference is not more than 20 handles, I don't worry about it. If the difference is more than 20 handles, like for example the candlestick you're referring to, and I'm like the difference between the correlations between my chart and yours is more than 20 handles, that would freak me out. But then if it's like maybe 5, 4, we in different the market is pretty crazy. You know, we're at all time highs, anything can happen, but it's all about the time you're looking at. You know, just tell me the time. 12:01, watch
And
12:01. You know, if it's 12:10, and also just to give perspective, if you want to target all time highs, of course, you have traded into the first inefficiency post 12, traded into it once, and then we did a small inefficiency, traded back into it. I'm not interested in a long here. If it does go to all-time highs, that's cool. It's not the trade I want to take. I'm not interested in risking my money there. I'm just not. I'm not comfortable with us having two relative equal lows. We have relative equal lows here. We could be in this, what my boy said, second stage accumulation. That's cool. Back to all-time highs is beautiful. But then you also need to know, like, are you willing to bet your money on it? You know, if you are, then cool, take it. If you're not, then these are the moments in which you sit on your hands. You don't really do anything. Just take breathe is what we're doing. But then
exactly.
if you, and also engage, like don't be afraid to say I'm in short and I have my stop above here. Don't be afraid to say I'm in long here with my stop below here. That's how you take someone else's money. You know, you're literally watching. If I get it wrong, quote unquote, you're watching how you took my money, and you can replicate that in the future. And it doesn't matter what price it is, as long as it's between the times 12 to 1 o'clock, you can see the same phenomenon form. And that's kind of the gist of tape reading. It's always to see that it always happens every day, every week, and it don't stop. And it's all about your ability to interpret at when it's the perfect ideal moment to execute. So just to give perspective, we are entering into the largest bearish inefficiency and candlestick as well. Personally, if we go anywhere between above 50%, like I'm wrong. I'm not really. I don't know. It's gonna be
Yeah, so
it's all time highs, but gotta make that money. But what I am looking at is when you look at this inefficiency, this candlestick as a whole, you don't want to see it reach 50%. That's kind of why my stop is here. But if we do trade into it back into this bearish candle, then of course Alfred is wrong. But then if it does, when you see it, the next few candlesticks that do form, maybe 12:30, you want to see speed and distance. You don't want to see it go slowly and grind up. That's manipulated price action. It's not the best. You're in a trade, but you're feeling uncomfortable. You're not really making money. So you want to see speed and distance, and you just want to see it run and run and run. But if you don't see that, and you see this almost reluctance, that's not. There we go. That's not a sign for you to basically like that's literally the small telltale signs that you're on the wrong side of the marketplace. But you need to see speed and distance, just like how you see it now. If you're wrong, it's going to go right up to your stop loss, your high. If you quote unquote right, then it's going to do this. Let's say you're too afraid to enter the first inefficiency. This is the one you can currently watch. We have SWIP relative equal lows. We have a small inefficiency here. I don't want to add too many moving parts, but then we still have the inefficiency at 10:36, which I'm watching. But we have SWIP sell side liquidity. If we are going to go to highs, this is like literally the perfect time. But anyways, Rix, we are just continuing to watch price. Nothing much to work with. We're at all-time highs. Be really careful with where you bet your money. Mostly I'll bet longs. Like I really, if like that's if you want, especially precious metals, bro, just buy and forget about it, bro. Oil, buy and forget about it, bro. You can reach you 200, you know. So that's kind of the gist of the situation. So we have swept sell side liquidity. We do have an inefficiency forming. We are back within the top. The first inefficiency was 12 a.m. But now we have this inefficiency. So on any other given moment in time, this should be the first inversion if you're going long. So if you didn't do anything to get in the longs, this will be your area of study. For those who are still looking for shorts, that's the best area within 50%. Stop just above the swing high. If we take that out, obviously all the way to all-time highs, that's your shift in market structure. Why is it your shift in market structure? Out of all the candlesticks that printed within this current dealing range, this is the largest in terms of range. It's over 45 handles in 1 minute. It's a large range. So if we cover that, basically, like we just covered 45 handles going back. So why would we continue to go lower? That doesn't make sense.
it's beautiful. That
100%.
drop was nice. That drop was nice.
I thought it was going to come at 12 and
And
21, honestly. I was betting I was pissed off. I mean, coming to, I'm like, this market playing with me today, but it's a market, it's all time highs, it's okay. I keep
I did
myself.
not like I did not like that US 100, like that whole discrepancy, because that totally would F with my like analysis, right? Like completely F with it.
100%. And also when we do take out sell side like this, we're in uncharted territory. So it's best to usually take partials, no matter where you enter, but have areas of partials. Don't move your stop too tight. Just accept the loss if it comes. That's where the lessons are. The lessons are not learned in the money you make; they learned in the losses. The trades that you said you were not going to take, but you took, and you sit with that feeling, and you I won't say promise never to do it again, but you just learn to embrace the feeling of being wrong, learn to embrace the feeling of being right, and just be neutral. It's just another day in the office. Nothing changes, nothing's exciting. The only thing that really dictates your ability to manage risk is your ability to accept like what type of market conditions are we in? Are we at all-time highs? Are we at in the middle of the lows? What's the time of year? All these things that you seem to take for granted because you don't notice time. It's April, going into May, right? We're entering a new month. I think we've already entered a new month. But what are your expectations? What do you think the monthly range is going to be? How is it going to sit? Why is it going to sit the way you think it's going to sit? So everything begins to almost like enter a reset mode where you gotta not change your models, but just change your interpretations relative to them, and you'll get better at it. You just get better at reading it. You get better at taking profits at relative equal lows instead of holding for longer targets because you know where you're at. You get better at spotting different opportunities because you know where you're at. You're not afraid to let trades run. Also, keep your eye on 12:30. You want to see it run, preferably low, of course, but this market can do anything. We just took out we just took out relative equal lows. But you need to get to a point where you're so aware of what the seasonal tendency could be, not what your model can do, because you know where your model forms. It forms every day at the same place. But how we trade into it, how deep we retrace into it, how long we stay in it, how long we consolidate in it before the run. When do we run? Do we run outside the range in which we're expecting it to do? So all these small micro questions, those are the real ones you need to ask yourself relative to high frequency algorithmic models. Nothing changes in terms of where it forms. It's just how the market is behaving at those levels, at those times, relative to the same inefficiencies, the same liquidity. Like, if I could give you the moving parts for the model, the first inefficiency post 12 or PM. Personally, I looked at the largest ones. It's cool. The one with the breakaway gap, the series one. That's cool. The second one is the last hour's bearish or bullish inefficiency. Don't matter. I prefer the bearish one because of the price action we're looking at. And the last bearish within the hour between 12 to 11 o'clock. Those are the only moving parts you have. Anything else is noise. You get, well, not noise, but it's just your interpretation of it. Also, I want you to watch out of all places for into the space. I love seeing small things like in terms of when you're watching 1227, 27,741, and you look at that, it's perfection. I love seeing small jumps like that. I could be wrong on the direction, but just small, minute details like that, you want to see that because that's algorithm. Because that shows you're studying the right thing. Why are we opening at the same level in which is the inefficiency you're studying? Why not that? Whatever, don't matter. Just shows that you're currently not on side, but you're in sync with the algorithm. And if you're wrong, that's Uncle Philly. That's what my boy would say. That's what my mentor would say. That's Uncle Philly. And there's nothing you can do about that. There's literally nothing. You just have to swallow your pride and take your L and walk away like a man. But we don't do that as traders. All we want to do is get it right every time. All we want to be is in a trade and make money. We don't want to be wrong. We don't want to experience what it's like to be in an execution in which the probabilities could shift out of favor at any moment's notice. And that's why your stop is there. One thing I realize about stop loss is like, especially when you're trading with high frequency algorithmic models, like you could short the low of day. Like you could literally get it that wrong, where you short the last 1 minute candlestick that forms the low of day, and it runs against you for 300 handles, and you're just on the lowest form of leverage, 1 micro. But this time you're like, let me not put my stop loss, even if it's a 50 handle, 60 handle retracement, I can take it. But then this time it's 300, and before the day even closes, it goes back to that same low and sweeps sell side. Maybe 20 handles, that's the target you were looking for, and it cleans 20 handles and consolidates, and you didn't take your L. That's literally if you just took your stop then and you either waited or reversed or you didn't do anything, just let price play without you. That's always the best move. Stop losses are there to save you. They're there to prove that you're basically, in my opinion, you're right more than you're wrong. That's just literally what it proves, in my opinion. But how you handle what happens when you experience it, that's where the money is, bro. That's where the money is. And one thing I realized about trade, like when you're looking for capital, money, don't look at it as 20 handles. Change your perspective on that. It's not just 20 handles, it's not just 2 minutes, 7 minutes. Always compare it to your job. Like if you were to make that same money, whatever it is in that trade, $20, do they give that to you an hour? Do they? If they don't, then you outperform. Let's say in 7 minutes, can your job offer you 20 something dollars or $200 in 7 minutes? If it can't, then you're outperforming yourself. You're doing amazing. But then now you want to do that every day. You want to outperform yourself every day and you can't. You got to slow down. You got to do it once a week, once a month first. Feel into it. Ease your way into it. And money will come to you. Because we're looking for people like you. Like that's what investors are looking for. They're looking for people who know the value of time and know the value of money and know where to find it every day, every week, and they don't stop. We don't make excuses. We show up and we make money. And if we lose, we know why we lost, when we lost. We don't do that again. There are times where we do it again because we're human. But we don't make excuses. I hate people that make excuses. They piss me off. We're supposed to deliver. We're in the financial market to do one thing and one thing only, which is extract money. And that money pays your bills, it pays for everything. And if you don't show up on time, the market moves without you, whether you like it or not. And okay, we're entering a bit too deep into the 12:30 candlestick. We should see, in my opinion, if we do like not see any rapid repricing, that's my good, as I would say, low of course, but you should see a displacement. Okay, at any moment in time. If I'm wrong, it'll be to the buy side, and that's cool. I'll take my L and walk away like a man. But you need to see run. You need to see make an attempt. But all-time highs, it's here to confuse people. It's here to take someone's money. Just today's saying, it ain't my money, bro. Hopefully. Jokes, man. What are people saying in the chats, bro? Like, chat, talk to me, bro. Y'all are not talking to me. Y'all are not talking to me.
You're just on a rant.
Oh, my bad, 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 my bad. Hey mentor, I got you though. You in the building? I fuck with you, bro. Reason I haven't entered, don't enter, bro. We hear tape reading. What are you entering, bro? TP hit? I don't want to hear that, bro. What TP are you hitting? You ain't in a trade and your TP's hitting. What do you mean? Moon
For the
Kirash, bro. What do
paper.
you mean? Better be.
For the paper.
Toilet paper. I bet. I hope it's that. First, 15 minute, five. We're not on a 5 minute chart. What are you doing on a 5 minute chart, bro? What are you doing on a 5 minute chart? When we got here, all we're looking at is the 1 minute. I told you the focal points. Don't. When you add too many moving parts, now you're gonna go to the. What about if you look at the 5 minute? Why aren't you looking at the 15? Why aren't you looking at the 300? You get what I'm saying? Come on, focus here, bro. Focus. Anyways, another amazing institution. Of course, bro. Like, if you went short where I went short, your 20 handles is already booked. You don't even care what's gonna happen now. Like if it goes higher, it takes us out. Only that's we don't. Okay, so first, this is where just to remove this, I want to show you something that's very. You see this baby here? I wanted to mark this one first, but this is literally the first inefficiency post 11 p.m. But that the fact that you don't see any bodies attempting to close below there, I don't like that. This is room for a retracement or complete reversal. If I'm wrong, 12:33 is the low for the hour, and I'll take my L and walk away. That's literally it. So if you're stopping in break even, if you ain't moving nothing, then you're gonna get sweet. But now what you want to see is when we get below this level, you want to see speed and distance. You don't want to see it meander. You want to see run. Where are we going? We're going to take out these two babies here. The lowest we can go, it's here, and if it manipulates, then cool. You take your L and walk away. But you want to see speed. And if you're wrong, this is the law. This is literally the law of power. So now we in what my brain will call uncharted territory now. This is where you could be wrong. So you need to know where could you be wrong and why, so that when it hits you, when it comes, it doesn't sting that bad, and you didn't force yourself to re-enter. You're not even in the trade. You're not making or losing when you tape reading. First of all, but you're doing yourself such a good service of learning to listen to your thoughts, which ones to pick, which ones not to pick, when, why, and what time. That's the most important part. What time does it form? So you'll never see me mark these times like on my chart. Like you just hear me talk about them, but man, if I'm marking an inefficiency, don't forget to mark the time. Because if it shows up tomorrow, same time, same place, what does that mean? What does that mean, bro? Explain to me, bro. 5 minutes. What does that mean, bro? What are these people, dog? I don't want to hear the 5 minute chart chat, bro. You're gonna piss me off, bro. You're gonna piss me off. Johnny, dog. You need to chill, bro.
Frames are used for analysis and drawing liquidity. That's what I would use it for. If you're flipping through so many different time frames like that, you're not going to be consistent when you're looking to enter. That's why we're harping on the 1 minute, because you get to study the price action and how each candlestick moves.
If you're wrong, why? The reason I'm focusing on that inefficiency specifically, if you look to the far left of price, there's nothing. It's only balanced price range and liquidity. So that's literally it. We're in one of two things now, a retracement or a complete reversal. That's the only two things that can happen relative to this law. That's the only two things. What else?
The thing that you marked out earlier, I think there's just going to be speed bumps before we go towards that eventual draw on liquidity.
I know.
Those are the equal lows that you're looking at.
Of course, but you gotta explain to people, like, if they do get it wrong, like, don't be afraid to press into it, bro. The problem is you're always looking for where's the entry mark, where's the right part, where's the wasting time, bro. Wasting time, bro. Like, you gotta be watching what time does it form. Is it in an inefficiency? And what inefficiency is it? Like if we're looking at this, the one we're trading in now, it's the first, literally the first inefficiency within this range. So if we look at how many inefficiencies I spot personally, 1, 2, and 3. Maybe this one, but I don't want that one. 3, and then 4 with that baby up there. So out of these 4, this is the lowest one. This is the first one as well. We've already worked off the last one. Yeah, we already worked off the second last one. There, this small one, I didn't look at it, so I don't care. Then this one as well, technically an inversion. And now we trading in this one. So this one, if it's to form any form of support, low, whatever, this is the perfect place. Perfect. No other place you could do it. But obviously you don't want to see that. In my opinion, you want to see run that low, baby. Like, you know what the target is. We're not hiding here. And if we're wrong, we know where we're wrong, when we're wrong, and why. And don't be afraid to press. That's the thing, man. If you're afraid to press into that, bro, it's going to be a long day in the office for you, my good sir. It's going to be a long day for you. And also, if you get it wrong, you wanna see get it wrong quickly. So the faster it displaces up, the better it is for you, because then you don't have to stress much. You're out of a dark trade. That's what they call it, dark trade. So now, if we're expecting this to be the hour's low, you want to study the first inefficiency that forms here, post that low forming. You want to see us break that. If we're going to trade into it, you don't want to see any form of support for bears. If you see any form of support, then you look to see if it's going to climb using every inefficiency. You literally watch that. You see why I love twin candles.
Also, we are the later half of the hour as well, so yeah, it could be setting up.
I don't see that. I'm with the bears till I die, bro. Bears are jumping out the window. What are they talking about, these people? They're trying to fade us, bro. They're trying to lie to us, bro. Anyways, so if this does form an inefficiency, you wanna study. You wanna see. You don't wanna see any form of any. You don't even wanna hear that word support. That shouldn't even be in the vocab. Again, but you wanna see. You wanna wait for it to form first. I hope it forms. But you wanna see. But whatever it forms, you wanna see us break that. You don't wanna see no respect. You don't wanna see us no trade into it. No, what do they call this, institutional order, whatever. You don't wanna see that, bro. You wanna see it get covered. You wanna see the bears come out of nowhere like a truck. Everyone is like, oh, we with the bulls all the time. We down. We're taking people's money. We're bulldozing our way through. It's just a matter of time. But anyways, so we're still waiting for it to form. Not luckily, but it didn't form yet, so I'm still waiting for the one to form. It does, but Once you get good at anticipation, then you will get it right. I hate using that word right or wrong. It's kind of the worst word to use in trading. Right. Hey, I'm right. Hey, I'm wrong. It's the worst. Who you talking to, bro? I'm talking to you, Mikey, bro. You see what my life like? I'm out here on live stream. My boys are like, who am I talking to? Like, bro, this like, or maybe they're asking you, Rix. Like, tell them I'm talking to the goat, the greatest Asian trader I know, bro.
Yeah, I think someone's like saying too much overthinking or something. Some of these ICT students do too much lol.
Yeah, facts, true,
Cool.
bro. Yeah, you give, bro. They looking at what? Yeah, man, they looking at 50% of weeks. That's cool. If that's the only model you study, it's amazing. Like for example, let's say we came here and we removed all these, and we say we're looking at weeks inefficiencies. Okay, the largest week we see is this baby here. So what forms within that vicinity? If you look at time, what do we have? 12 o'clock. What's that? The inefficiency we study. It's the first inefficiency post 12. Come on. So then it becomes very like come on. It's just you're looking at it from a different bird's eye view. But it's the same model, it's the same algorithm. Nothing changes, it's just your perception of it. But then now when you're looking at everything, you're looking at the interface, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. Might as well just give your money to me, bro. Send you freaking telling you, man, send you my crypto wallet, bro.
Time price action. That's all I have to say right now. It's so nice, not gonna lie though. Like you could just study order blocks. But like that's my bread and butter, and I just love how order blocks are just forming and being and doing its job on the 1 minute.
Yeah, 100%, man. Just literally one area of focus. It's not about how much money you're getting. It's not none of that. What you're doing is you're having a in this whole mess that they call noise and price action, you have a focal point in which you draw understanding and meaning relative to the candlesticks going up and down. We're about to enter the 1250 macro. Obviously, you should displace. You know what we want, but we're getting into. You don't want to see this, especially when you're a bear, man. You wanna see speed. You don't want to see it feel like it's like we trolling them. You know what I'm saying? Like we baiting the bulls. We're like, oh, we're coming with you, and then we just see. You know, that's not my cup of tea. I don't shine in those price actions, so you'll usually hear me keep quiet and just point a few things out, and you'll always hear me talking when it's rapid repricing. I'm there, you know, I'm right on time. But then when it's grinding its way and then it just pops a surprise, those are man, those are not the best, bro. That shows Uncle Philly can do anything. You know, he can play with me as well. So I tend to know my strengths. I know where my weaknesses are, and I know for a major fact that I catch the highs and lows. So if I'm not using a stop loss, and I go short on a smart money reversal high, smart money reversal low, I'm cooked. So I gotta use that baby. So that's my bread and butter. That's why I love it. So I believe everyone
Like this,
should eat, drink, sleep with stop loss. You know what I'm saying?
you gotta. Also the days where we refill all the inefficiencies, you hate those days as well.
I'll throw my laptop out the window if this was that day, bro. I'll throw my You wouldn't hear me talk, bro. I'll be grumpy as hell the whole day, bro.
Those are the days where I just love it. But it's funny though, like the kind of interaction that we have is exactly what you as a developing trader should also be thinking about. Like what day shines for you? Like what are you good at? What are you strong at? And just stick to those days. identify the days where you're not so good at it and just walk away. You don't need to participate every single day.
So okay, but you see
Like,
now we entering money territory here, bro. What do we have? We got two. This is where like this is let me talk here, bro. Let me cook here, bro. When you start seeing, let me just turn the brightness down, bro, cause it's doing a bit too much, you know. Let me do this. Sorry. Work with me and Q, whatever this thing is, bro. Oh yeah, there we go. Haha. Now you're working. So now when you start seeing this, that's money. You know whose money you're taking now. Now it's pretty clear. If you're wrong, you're wrong, it's cool. But if Uncle Philly pulls up at any time, you know, like, why do I love these relative equalos? What is it next to? Low hanging fruit, which is what? The last inefficiency of the previous hour. Nothing more, nothing less. Engineered liquidity at fair value. That's what you're looking. What are we about to enter? Time macro. Free money, baby. It's literally when you start seeing signs like that, I don't mean it's you're
here we
talking too
go.
much, bro. Talking too much. Damn. They'll say it's hindsight or something. Like come on. So we've swept those two relatively close. And you wanna see speed, and you don't like I don't like when I see just mediocre runs, bro. Especially heading into a time in which retracements are set to occur, like the macro. You wanna see expansion, you wanna see continuation, you wanna see a run lower for them to either continue the run in the PM session or to do nothing at all. So you don't wanna see just mediocre around and just take out sell side with the wick. You wanna see a run. That's where you know you're in the right area. But anyways, those from there, if I took a short and we had these two relatively close, and I'm anxious, or it don't matter what, if I feel some type of way, like, don't be afraid to kill it at any moment in time. Don't be naive to think we're gonna get to these lows. That's my experience. That's my trade, not yours. So you pick what's yours, and you die and live on that sword. Don't be those people who you just want to hold because Alfred says hold. Like, feel price action. Where does resistance meet you, and find that balance. And every time you just get in, you don't want to feel anything. You want to know it's going there, regardless of what. And by no, I just mean no. But you want to know with the way it's printing, the way you feel relative to it in terms of timing. It's literally doing what you're expecting. And if we get to any moment in time where there's a disjoint, there's a disconnect, best thing to do is either take partials, move stop to break even, or like almost said dishearten. What the hell? Decrease your TP, your profit target. But you know my model. I'm a 20 handle scalper. From here, if you entered right there where we entered, till right there, that's 57 handles. Like, if that's not free money, I don't know what is. This on one mini. This on one mini is like you cooking. Tell me if they give that in your job within 35 minutes. If you were to get in a short here on one mini with a 20 handle stop and your TP was 57 handles, tell me if they can give you that at your job in 35 minutes. You get what I'm saying? So it's just a change of perspective. Like, you're becoming your own boss here, and you don't care about like the gimmicks of being right or being wrong. Those are for people who don't make money. They don't trade here. They don't. This doesn't support their lifestyle. It doesn't pay their bills. They just do it just because everybody's doing it, and they've been doing it for a while. So now they want to show up. They just want to show up for the sake of showing up because they've been showing up, but they're not showing up because they want to pay their bills. They're not showing up because this is literally everything to them. You're giving. I always look through my calendar, and I notice days in which I don't trade, or I don't hit the gym, or I don't do yoga, or I don't do anything that not benefits me, but that's specific for Alfred. Like, that takes care of me, the long term vision of who I want to be and what I want to do and how I see myself. If I missed a day or two, it doesn't. I ask myself, what is more important than you, Alfie? The day that you missed, where you were supposed to be in front of the charts, where you were supposed to be in the gym, where you were supposed to be stretching, where you were supposed to basically, that time was built to improve yourself. What were you doing that was more important than that? When I go through my calendar, it's usually visiting my mom, visiting my family. I do kind of on some regards view them as more important than me. But then I get lost in my schedule, especially when I don't have a tight one. I had to learn how to use a freaking Google Calendar, how to set things up in which I don't show up late to things that matter to me, and which is most important, you know. I'm trying my best literally to be that person. Anyway, we've entered the macro. It's a point in which it's I don't like this. I don't like when we're entering a macro and we're not at target. We're not even 5 minutes to target. You know, I don't like that. You know, we have this inefficiency up there. I don't like that. If we trade back into that, our stop is still above here, but you don't want to see any form of deep retracement. If you do, you know why. It's time. It's time for one. Don't be afraid. It's time. This is when a macro hits. Remove all this. Should always do this when a macro hits. When a macro hits, which is 50, this is the time. What's the lowest swing low? It's this baby there. What's the highest swing high? It's that baby there. This one, yeah. Remove this one. The nearest one, don't go too far and go up here now, just the nearest one within that range you're dealing with. And you mark time, which is when the macro ends. 30, 10, apologies. Within this time period, we are going to either be below this or above that. No exception. It's literally do that on every macro. I would love to say every good, but then I want you to find out for yourself. But there are specific hours in which this is a constant variable. If you really know what swing low and swing low you're watching, and just watch that. Literally, that's a model. That's a conceptual idea. Every day, every week, and it don't stop. It's where your money is. You don't need to go look for it. It's not a. It's not a. But now you want to do it every 2 minutes. You know, you want to do it when you get it wrong, or you put your stop loss in a bad place. You're just wasting time. You're literally wasting time. You need to get to a point where this is all you think about. It's all you do. It's nothing more that matters. You just get to the chart at the right specific time. Look at liquidity. Look at time in which you're studying the relative inefficiencies, highs and lows. Don't matter liquidity. It's always relative to the observer, but the time stay constant. It's going to displace at this time. It's not going to wait for you, because let's say, for example, I pass away, God forbid, and the market still delivers. Like, it will still move without me. So my models don't move the market. My models don't. They basically, if I can be honest, they. It's like they. You say dance with it. That's the best word, but they react relative to it. They anticipate what the financial market is going to do at a very specific moment in time, and it just has a range in which I don't think this low will get taken, and I think that high will get taken. On average, we take out this high more than we take out that low. That's it. At a very specific time. If you want to add a more intricate, more delicate component, it's every time at fair value. Every time at fair value. Every time at fair value. Literally, bro. But it is. That's the gist of the conversation. So we are about to enter into 11 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Speed bump is really speed bumping.
Of course, man. But it's within a range. So I expect these things. We're at all-time highs, bro. We're at all-time highs.
Yeah, we're gonna most likely gonna take out that high and manipulate more.
It's not really manipulation. It is manipulation, yes. But I'll tell you why this is cool, and why I would go short if we take out that buy sign. So if you're looking at this relative to a dealing range, right? It's a high and a low, red line and a blue line, whatever, no matter. We take out the dealing range high. When we take out the dealing range high, are we trading into fair value or not? At a macro, what's the fair value we're trading into if we take out that high? First inefficiency post what? 12. So you want to see that. You want to see it take out buy side liquidity, manipulate. Not we're going to run to all-time highs. No. If you see that, you're wrong, dog. Like, can't do anything. Can't fight that, bro. So, but now what have we done relative to this? No. Okay. Now it's going to remove everything. It should go forward. But now when we're looking at relative to this, that high. Let me do this. Delete all these, dog. Delete all drawings, man. But the macro, we've already done what we had to do. Manipulated, traded above buy side. So this is how my brain would see it, and if I'm wrong, it's cool. Take my L. It'll be a boring L because that will mean NQ is really frickle today. But we've taken out buy side liquidity and we've traded into first inefficiency post. So we're in within liquidity and fair value. That's a turtle soup entry for me. That's what you call a turtle entry short, whatever you want. I don't care, but that's what I would consider one. If I'm wrong, then it's going to all-time highs, and that's cool. I'll take my L and walk away. We do have this fair value here as well, which we could trade into. We do have buy side here as well, which I don't want us to. If we do, then I'm wrong. But we do have that almost perspective where we have fair value, we're just above the liquidity within the macro time. That's it. You're wrong, you're wrong. Man. This was the low, and you know why this was the low because of that inefficiency there. That's it. Anyways. And also, I'm also screenshotting, just so you know, because I'm journaling here. Don't forget, it's not just cupcakes and rainbows, bro.
We traded into that breakaway cap too, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not focusing on it. I won't lie to you. I'm only focusing on the same moving parts. They never change. They never change. But the time and the interpretation, yes, it does. We're at all-time high, so forgive yourself if you get it wrong. But I swear to God, if you look at time and price relative to inefficiencies, fair value, and liquidity, it's free money every day, every week, and it don't stop, bro. Prints like cupcakes. It literally prints like cupcakes, bro. But never forget the
Agreed.
type of market condition you're in. Forgive yourself if you're wrong, and be in tune with yourself. So also just to remove this 33 because it wasn't the low for the hour. If this is the low, then oh well. We tried, bro. We entered into the macro. The macro didn't macro. It did what it wanted to do, and we'll take our L and walk away. But don't be afraid, man. Never be afraid to walk away. Never be afraid to know where your L came, how, and never shy away from it, sir. Never shy away from it. And also, we're about to enter whole clock at fair value. Like, man, this is free money. Bro. If this was good market, I'll be betting my house short. So if you take my money, you take my L and walk away, man. Like a man. But the logic is there. Try when you do rewatch the stream, if you ever do, just use it within any hour you look at, and study the first inefficiency that forms there, and then wait for the macro and look for the macro to either tag the nearest low, the nearest high, and if it's at fair value, go short there. That's a model. That's a model. It's beautiful. It's a scary one. It's turtle soup territory. Bit scary. We also have the first inefficiency within the macro. So if we are to go lower, you want to see speed run these. If we trade into it and continue higher, what was this? It was your first ever shift in market structure. Watched in live time. That's it. And this is the smart money reversal low, and this is the low risk buy that will form here, targeting that high, and ultimately all time. You don't want to see that though. Don't get me wrong. We with the shorts, baby. Like I want you to know when it takes out all time high, I'm wrong, bro. I'll fix that, bro. You shouldn't listen to me on my next live stream, bro. You shouldn't even come, bro. Like what the hell am I saying? You shouldn't even listen to me, bro. Because what am I doing here if I'm here to get it wrong? Jokes, guys. Yeah, I'm just boosting my ego, man.
Yeah, that inefficiency we traded to at what 1247, like that to me is just signaling that we should continue to go lower. It just doesn't make sense to leave it like that. That's a nice turtle soup though. Not gonna lie, that was a very nice turtle soup. Want to see the 1254 breakaway cap get disrespected? Here's o'clock. And sadly, I have to leave you, Alfie.
Oh yeah, Rix, you did tell me 30 minutes. You spent more than 30, Rix. Oh, let me
I
finish
did. I
up.
gave you grace.
Yeah, you gave me more than enough grace, man. Let me finish with my people. I think I might call it a day when we hit the low hanging fruit. Then I will be done. If we do, if we don't, then we take out my stop. Then it's cool, man. Like, we don't mind. I'll call it a day. I don't want to stay here for long. I'm in the gym, man. I'm chilling. I'm literally chilling, bro. So I did give myself leeway. I wanted to do London session trading as well, but I was chilling with a few of my investors, and we just took around. but it's nothing dramatic. Anyways, Rickster, thank you so much for blessing with your ears, hey, bro. Oh, man, I love Rick so much, bro. He's the best. Best Asian trader I know, bro. No, boy. If you're in a cheap gym, no, stop being so arrogant, Alfred. What the hell? I mean, not this gym, bro. It's 2026. Gyms don't close. They open 24 hour, 365. So, you know what I'm saying? So, we outside, bro. We outside. And Labor Day, it's crazy. I was in the office for Labor Day, bro. Like, I should chill, though. Like, I should genuinely chill. Because what the hell is going on? I need to either get a life or get a wife. It's actually a phrase, get a life or get a wife, bro. So, anyways, we have traded into the first inefficiency within the macro. Personally, I still want to see gold price. I could care less for all-time highs getting tagged. If we do stop me out, I'll take my L and walk away. I am looking to move it just in. If we do take out that high, then we might as well, bro. Like I would love to put my stop here, but I do see us at least trading into that inefficiency. And if I'm wrong. I won't lie to you like this. I don't want to see that. We're a bit too high. If we look at it relative to the range, then that will be awfully a deep retracement. So from that to that high, in my opinion, going above this is about 50%. It is within premium, but I don't have time. You get that's kind of the gist of the conversation. I don't have time to stay here and watch that. You know, if I say, for example, I only have an hour session with you and we're doing 3 hours within a range, that's not my model. I'm in the wrong price action. You should either do it within the hour or then might as well give it up. But if we do trade into that and we go to 50%, then I'm cool. Also, if I look at it from this range, from this, from that, we already traded into 50%. We tried to get to 50% and we failed, which is sign of weakness. We traded and that we didn't even get to that. That for me, that's all I need. If we go up, that's manipulation. That's literally it. That's it in a nutshell, bro. And I don't have anything to work with for you. And if that's like you can see the small sensitivities, like as I point them out, the displacements, the into fair values, those small signs that no one tells you. You have to learn these things from the ground up. But then these small signals, the more you watch me point them out and you look at your own price action and you listen to your own thoughts, the better it becomes for you. Because then you accept why you're wrong. You know that you are reading the price action with a degree of accuracy. But the only thing that was basically not wrong, but it's just Phil. You know, you got it. You were right on time, but just wrong on price. That's how I kind of try to live my trading. I always know what time it's going to do it, but then when it doesn't do it, it will literally do it in the opposite direction. It do it fast, and I'm wrong. I take my L and walk away like a real man, bro. You gotta do that, bro. People don't do that. People are chicken. They don't. Ish, man, I hope no one in this gym sees me trading and looks through my charts because that will piss me off. Because now they're gonna see me in the sun and they think they know me. Ugh. So I pray to God no one sees me, bro, and I'm just chilling. Shout out to the 19 people that showed up, man. Like, we started with like, I don't know, but thank you. Thank you, bro. Like, for you to bless me with your ears, man, it's 2026. You got things you can do right now. So, shout out to you, man, for blessing me with your ears and, just watching price with me. It's not about getting it wrong or getting it right. It's about being efficient. It's about knowing how to read price, when to read it. Oh man, I hope these things out here is not making noise because you guys can literally help me in the gym. I didn't use the boardroom today. Like I don't need that. These people, they think they know me, man. They think they know me just because now I rent the boardroom every day. They think now I'm some big shot, and I don't like that, bro. Like I'm chilling, bro. I'm just Mr. Rapid repricing, bro. I didn't make bread, bro. So, anyways, man. But that's basically all I have for you. So, like, if I could be very, there's two things ringing in my head right now. We have relative equal lows, we just swept the high. So, if this were looking at it relative to a market maker buy model, right? Original consolidation, relative equal highs, first stage accumulation, second stage smart money reversal, most probably. If not, then this is the original consolidation. This is the first stage accumulate, but second is the first stage and this is the second stage. And then the reason why I say we're right on time is because we're looking for when is it going to spool? What inefficiency is it going to use? We're studying one focal point. We're looking for lower prices. So we're anticipating this to be a smart money reversal. This is a low risk sell, first stage distribution, second stage. So you want to see speed. This is where it should happen. If it don't happen here, it's opposite direction, baby. You're wrong. So that's cool. I'll take my L, man. Like, I'll be really cool if that's the case. Then I'll be like, yeah. Alfred, you should have never live streamed, bro. Jokes, jokes, jokes. What the hell? I'm the best. I'm the best here, bro. Like, none of y'all can do what I do. I'm jokes, jokes, jokes. Maybe some of y'all. Maybe two. Jokes. Maybe all, bro. Like, what the hell? I just started trading 2 weeks ago, so don't take me seriously, bro. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I started trading like literally 2 weeks ago, bro. Oh, thank you guys so much for dropping a like button. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm gonna do with your likes, bro. Just I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna send them to God or something. But I appreciate the likes, bro. I appreciate showing love. Just showing up. It's not about making money. It's not about losing money. It's about showing up on time. So really appreciate you guys, man. Even if you didn't learn anything, you lent me your ear. You came here to listen to me rant about how I got yoga tomorrow. Pilates, man. It's International Pilates Day tomorrow, bro. Like I'm outside tomorrow, bro. 9 a.m. I'm out in the gym, bro, in the first row. My Pilates teacher sends me a list of the things we're gonna do, and I can't even read it. Like in my head, I thought I was gonna practice it for this week, but I didn't practice nothing. So pray for me, man. Hopefully, I know what I'm doing. Hopefully, she guides with patience and grace, bro. Because what the hell is going on, bro? I be stretching muscles I don't know I have, bro. You know, so it's ridiculous. I need a recovery smoothie, bro. Damn it. Maybe two smoothies today, man. So we're about to enter end of the macro. We've already taken our buy side. If we don't raise for sell side, then we are within a consolidation. Like we just can't do anything. I might have to say buy in the next 30 minutes, you know. But we're in an execution. It don't matter. You know where we are. You know where the short is. You know where the target is. I don't need to sit here and babysit you and you watch. Watch it play out on your own chart, man. But I would have loved to see speed and distance. I would have loved to at least see it delivered to low hanging fruit first before I call it a day, but we don't get that, then it's cool. We have swept south side relatively equal lows. We have swept two even more, I won't say more equal lows, but we did sweep these two as well. So yeah, I want to see more. I wanted to see more action. We had all time highs. It's the lunchtime. It's cool. We consolidating. Like, don't stress, bro. Like this is like they're reeling in the buys, bro. They're like raking them in one candlestick at a time. They're raking them. And we're gonna take their money, all of it. Take the highs then. Bloody hell, bro. Man, you shouldn't be listening to Mr. Rapper Repricing. What the hell is he on, bro? Like he'll be preaching short, short, shorts, and the market is just screaming 30 million handles higher, bro. Shouldn't be talking. Where I am here, I'm just in the background. I don't want the noise to be a bit too much, but we still outside, man. It's 2026. So we've just entered 15-minute open. So two things are gonna happen, and I'm not in. So my stop would move right above this high. Two things can occur within the next 15 minutes. We either this inefficiency. So we've traded from fair value to fair value. So from these to that. That fair value, that was beautiful. If you took that at o'clock, it's a nice 20 handle run. You'd have milked the beautiful 30 20 handle. I don't want to see that. I'm not interested in longs. So if you did take that on, beautiful. But if we don't see any form of resistance sweep, if we sweep this high, then I'll gladly be the liquidity. I don't mind. It's cool. So, and then I'll take my L and walk away. But what I want to see is I want to see a swing high for me and we begin to roll lower. This is the last fair value. There's no other fair value here. If we've lost this high, it's either manipulation or we go all-time highs, and that's cool. I'll take my L and walk away. But this is the last form of fair value. This beautiful one was nice. If you took that sweep and you were looking to fade me, go long, then that's cool. You would have waited through this consolidation, see displacement higher. That's cool. That's what you're looking for. Don't be afraid to press into your longs. And if your wrongs are right, then this is the next inefficiency. And you want to see that till all-time highs. And you want to see the high book. And that's cool. So I'm not interested in funds there. You can watch this plain version as well. But I'm really not interested in long. The lunch time has ended. We've traded into this inefficiency. Not the best, but it's cool. Take oil, walk away, bro. This one right here. That's the baby I was looking at. So this should end the retracement. So obviously if you want to go inversion, obviously it's the first long, like then target all-time high, stop just below that low. I wouldn't take that, but it's cool. It's also one you can take. For me, these lows are getting tagged, bro. This is liquidity. It don't happen now, and it's cool. You're wrong. That's okay. It's okay. Don't be afraid to get it wrong, my good sirs. It's like y'all are petrified. It's like y'all are switching. You wanna see it go long, you wanna see it go short, you wanna see it go long, go short. Nah, we're looking for shorts here. But you're studying the long, because you could, like, when you're good enough, you can go long here and just to go short there. But now when you have so many moving parts, you're never gonna do that. You never. And you'll never be able to switch when you're wrong. Like, for example, if it trades into this and then you don't know whether to trust these longs or not. You don't know whether to trust inversions because you never sat and watched them trade. You were always pressing the button, pressing the button, pressing the button. You never really just sat with it. And that becomes your downfall. That becomes the reason why you lose. Because you don't sit with your winners, you don't sit with your losers. You avoid them. So now we've traded above the first inefficiency post 12, like more now. First we did it once, then we did it twice. Low probability shift out of favor, and we could get efficiently removed from the marketplace. And if we do, that's cool. And you dance with the bulls today, bro. I'm cool with dancing with the bulls today. Now I should have left 6 hours ago, Rex. Efficiently remove like that. Efficiently. Yeah, one tick. Yeah, I still got stop that, don't matter. So trade setup will be null and void. Technically I wouldn't be in a trade anymore. So I'll take my L and I'll go ahead. There's nothing I can do. You know, that guy came here right on time, got in short, waited for o'clock to begin displacing in one direction. What does it do? It replaces in one direction, lower or higher. Sadly, you're wrong. It goes higher, and there's nothing I can do. Sheesh. We're at all-time highs, bro. So I'm not comfortable with buying. I'm not comfortable. I'm literally not. It's a Friday. Why would I be buying on a Friday? If I go to the weekly chart and I look at it from this perspective, like, bro, like TGIF, bro, like, give me something, bro, like, look at this, bro. Like, I'm thinking, like, the market's going to give us something to work with, because if you go on this and you go to a 1 minute chart, where are those two lows? Like, what the hell, bro? Like, it's free money. Look at this. These two lows, right, arm's length from this, bro. Like, from here to there, Friday. So NQ not working with us today, bro. Can't really force it, can't do anything there, bro. NQ don't want to work with you, NQ don't want to work with you. This is why we dodging the live streams. Yeah, so we gotta get efficiently removed right there. So I wouldn't be in an execution, I wouldn't be in a trade. And everything else that occurs, I'm not interested in. So I walk away from the chart. I don't sit to watch if it's gonna take out the highs. I already know if it is, why it's gonna do it. We traded into this inefficiency right there. So what I'll mark on my journal. This inefficiency right there, which is what? First inefficiency between 11 and 12 o'clock. Trade into that. We've traded into the first inefficiency post, 12 a.m. Beautiful. We traded into it again there. Perfect. That was a beautiful short today. Then we added two relatively good lows. Run last time there. That engineers the row. When are we looking for it to start spooling? In the macro. Macro, we were looking for it to spool low, and I'm wrong. It's cool. But what do we do at the macro? We spool. This is what I mean when I say you're always on time, but you might be wrong on price, and that's cool. That's cool. I'm always mostly wrong at all-time highs. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not perfect, but I know why, and it's okay. I know where I could have entered long as well, where I could have pyramided. all these areas minute, then here I might have taken profit because it's within the lower end of that. But we do have all clock, we do have these highs, we do have all time. So I'm not really interested. We've already taken out the highest form of liquidity with the retracement could take. That's the highest one. And if this is not the retracement, then I'm cool, man. But anyways, thank you guys so much for blessing with your ears. I'll take my L today and walk away. I'm not gonna try and do anything fancy. I'm not gonna try and cook my way and finesse my way into reversing longs. No, that's not the point of the conversation. Yeah, that's basically it, man. Beautiful trading today. Continue to study the same inefficiencies that I have. Don't look at this for a draw on liquidity. Just watch, just have this level on your chart and watch if we get there. And when we get there, what time we do it. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for blessing with your ears. And I will see you again. Hopefully, same time, same place.